What's happening, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going for a little bit of a mixed bag. We're going to be fishing for some crappie and some flathead. Crappie are fighting different down here this morning, I'll tell you that. They're pulling hard. Ain't a bad fish. Uh-oh. Our flathead bobber's gone, y'all. We got fish on. All right, y'all, here's what we're rocking this morning. We're doing a little bit of flathead fishing. Not really the size bluegill I wanted, but he was the first one I caught. We're gonna suspend this guy under a float. You can see I got a dropper rig here, so this bait's going to be about 2 feet off the bottom, and that's going to allow for that bait to continue to try and swim and struggle. He's not going to get hid in some type of a rock or something like that and just lay down on the bottom. And there it is. We'll let that one sit. See if we can't hook up on some flatties. This lake I'm at this morning has some good opportunities for flathead. State record here in Illinois was actually caught from this lake, and it also has some really good striper action in it too. So that bait could get hit by either one of those. Tell you what, if this wind laid down a little bit, it'd make this fishing a whole lot easier this morning. There's a fish. Another bass. Tell you what, I've caught 3 other bass off camera, and I definitely don't want to be catching these guys. Not what I'm after this morning. All right, y'all, crappie plastic I'm using down here today going to be the Deadly Force Dancer from Brush Pile Jigs on a 16th ounce jig head, and you're seeing me cast for them today. Generally you guys watch me throw bobbers, popping corks. But this spot here, I'm a little bit more successful on the cast. And today I'm giving it anywhere from a 10 to a 12 count before I start retrieving. This area I'm fishing is the dam on this lake, and there's a real sharp drop off not too far off the bank here. So it gets down into 20, 30 feet of water pretty quick. Yeah, trying to locate some crappie down here this morning while we're waiting on these flathead. This area I'm fishing tends to hold a lot of black crappie this time of year. But I haven't been out here and fished this lake, honestly, since December of last year. COVID-19 kind of took my spring crappie fishing away from this lake. And then they've also had it shut down at sundown up until last week. So I haven't really been able to get out here and do any night fishing at it either. So honestly, I'm just kind of testing the waters here this morning. Just trying to figure them out. There's a fish. That's another bass. Yep. Oh no, shoot, that's good crappie. Heck yeah, y'all. That's why I thought he was a bass. That was a good one, darn good one. We'll put him in the bucket. Yeah, shoot, that's a good 11-inch fish. So a couple things I'm doing down here today, guys. You'll notice it is extremely windy. When you're making casts, because out here on these rocks, I want to get this jig out here in front of me as far as I possibly can. Keep your casts low. Don't shoot them up high. You're going to catch the wind that's going to blow your jig out of somewhere where you don't want it. So keep your cast low. 2, keep your pole tip low when you're retrieving, and try and keep as much bow out of your line as possible. Those 2 things will help a little bit, in my opinion, in these type of conditions. Not the most ideal situation, but it is what it is, and we're catching fish. So we can't complain about that now, can we? Another thing I'm doing is just a little flick of the wrist there a couple of times. I'm noticing that that's triggering a bite just a little bit better than just a standard consistent retrieve. You got to play with those things. Sometimes they like just a consistent retrieve, sometimes they like a little flick of the wrist. Flick of the wrist! There's a good fish. Yeah, that one definitely go 10. Ain't no doubt about that. That's what we're after, y'all. Slab daddies. Gotta work for them a little bit down here this morning, but they're in these rocks. Yep, another solid 11-inch fish. You know what I'm gonna do for you guys? I'm gonna take this sticker off. I've had several comments from you guys, hey, take your price tag off. So here you go, I'm gonna share it with you. There it is. There he is. Now that ain't what we're looking for. A little dinker-doo bass. Danged old ditch pickle. Whoo! About a 12 count seems to be where they're at. I went from 9 to 15, and 12 seems to be the consecutive count to get hits. So we'll stick with that for a little while. May do a little color change up here in a second. Throw a little snowflake special out at them. That color works excellent out at this lake. So does the Deadly Force, but may change it up, see if they want a different color. Yeah, that fish was right up close to the bank. Another bass. Thought I popped a snag there, to be honest. That's a pretty nice fish. Not what we're after, but I am not gonna complain. Man, he actually broke somebody off. Check this out, y'all. This fish has something swallowed that has about 2 foot of some high vis, probably 6-pound line hanging from its mouth. Oh, yep, looky there. There's the pink jig head. I tell you what, bud, we'll rid you of the extra line, but unfortunately I can't help you with the jig head. You're gonna have to just hopefully do something with that. Somebody just must have been horsing that thing to break off. That was not a very big fish. 6-pound line should have definitely managed that thing. He was still hungry though. There's a fish. That feels like a pretty good one. Might be a bass. Nope, it's crappie. These crappie are fighting different down here this morning, I'll tell you that. They're pulling hard. Ain't a bad fish. Man, I don't know if you guys can see that, but that fish just brushes 10. I mean, if he shrunk at all in that bucket, I don't think DNR would be very happy with me. We'll turn him loose. There's a fish. That's a crappie. Yes, sir. He won't go 10, but by golly, we found him. Pretty little black nose. Can't beat that, guys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Our flathead bobber's gone, y'all. We got fish on. Oh, it just surfaced. Oh, it's gone again. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right. Let's see if we can hook up on this thing, y'all. Yep, there's a fish. I don't think it's a frickin' bass. Look at that thing, man. He's got that bluegill choked. That bass is not even big enough. Well, he's big enough, but that's funny. Here I thought I had me a big old flathead. Instead, I've got like a 1 pound bass on that bait right there. Look at that. Almost barely fit in his mouth. Well, shoot, that ain't what we're after. This fella right here, we may set him aside for some cut bait, I think. Dang it. It's not completely unexpected. I mean, obviously bass feed on bluegill, but kind of an odd turn of events considering I've been trying to get on my first big flathead for the past couple years. Probably biggest flathead I've caught's maybe about 7 or 8 pounds. Nothing monumental by any means, but I keep running into fish other than flatheads. If I had bigger bait, that'd be a great thing too. Unfortunately, I'm not an avid flathead fisherman, so I don't have a bait tank. But I tell you what, I did watch a video the other day on a great tank build by a fellow by the name of Catfish and Crappie. Great guy, great YouTube channel. I'll drop his link in the description below. We'll get that bait back out there and hopefully we find a flathead this time instead of a frickin' bass. Had me excited. Look at this nonsense. This is just the day of the bass, I guess. I'm not fishing for you. Stop biting. Is that another bass? Look at this, guys. This is crazy. Whatever this is, it's angry. It don't want to come up. Big old drum. Big old fat-bellied drum. Thought we had another bass. That's just a dark, fat drum. We'll let this go. If he was about 1/4 of the size, I'd probably use him for bait. that one got it. Still real hard to feel them, but that's another good crappie. He'll probably go 10. Probably. We'll check him. He's a little short. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this one up. Appreciate you coming along with me on this one. Definitely a fun morning out fishing. Got on a few crappie, kind of some mixed results there on the flathead fishing. Wasn't expecting to catch that bass by any means, but all in all, again, really good time being out on the water. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. Bell notification if you'd like to be notified of my upcoming videos. Remember, folks, you can't catch them sitting on the couch. I'll see you on the next one.